Assalamualaikum everyone. Okay, thanks to watch this video. Okay, with me today, a special interview with one of my classmates. I feel with a respect that I'm so glad to find someone in my class as a Muslim convert, and what I believe in Singapore, the society of Singapore with multi races and believe in other religions, and we practice a lot of religion in Singapore, and also there's multi-cultures and the unique things that I always see what they pray and what they believe. So with me, one of Chinese young man ever worked in a bank, in a management sectors. So I like to introduce Mr. Muhammad Noor Chew. When I first time I met him, he just like MN Chew. How are you, Mr. Muhammad Noor?
Alhamdulillah, Syukur, Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. So okay, I have a question for you. Because you know when you started to have this kind of like belief in Islam. So throughout most of the years, people always make a kind of negative remarks about Islam, because mostly they will say as a radical belief of Islam become extremist. So with all the media and kind of like revolutions or negative remarks about the religion, why did you really want to become Muslim? And I want to know, since when did you convert yourself in Islam? Okay, can you tell us about all the stories?
And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala humma ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain. Okay, for start, when I was growing up, I used to be fascinated by religion. So throughout my very young age in life, I experimented with quite a couple of religions. Like for my family, we were like ancestor worshippers, you know. So every beginning of the month and end of the month, somewhere in the mid of the month, we will have this ancestor worship. Means the forefathers, grandfather who passed away and all that, so we just worship. Then I was growing up, I came into contact with some Indian friends of mine, and they actually talked to me about Hinduism, and I used to follow them. So when I was actually in primary 5, I actually had the opportunity to go with them to Hindu temple when they were doing the Daipusam,
Yeah, okay.
So I actually unofficially joining in like that, so looking at what they do
Okay. Yeah.
So I didn't actually go into it, because I was telling myself there's so many gods in the Hindu religion, so it's a bit complicated,
Okay.
And also I look at the way that the single parents children, so the father is always very strict with them,
Okay.
Something wrong, the father will wallop them and all that. So I find that is that the religion,
Okay.
that teaches that's so violent,
Okay.
So then I move on to the Chinese temple instead.
Okay.
And I see the people call Lukpang,
Oh, Luktang, yeah.
trance,
Yeah.
So I see that the sword they place on the seat, on the chair, so sharp, but the person sit on top.
Oh, okay.
Nothing happened to him. He can
Right.
sit and jump about.
It's like possessed, something like.
So nothing happened to him, but then he used to write all the talisman,
Okay.
talisman, all those things. Then they give to all the people who follow them.
Yeah.
So I look at it and I see that this is also not something that appeals to me, because you have to get yourself into trance, and not everybody can do that, only certain people. And as I grew, I went to secondary school,
Okay.
and there was this senior assistant. Last time they didn't call them vice principal, they call them senior assistant.
Senior assistant. Okay. Right.
So he was a senior teacher actually.
Okay.
So he was also a pastor in the church.
Oh, okay.
So
Alright.
the church name was the Better Assembly of God.
Oh, okay. Where's
So it was-
the location? I mean, like.
The church is
Which-
in somewhere
which part
in Upper Serangoon side, the
Oh.
side road there, where they call it Pangrove Avenue.
Oh, okay. Okay. Alright.
So I went to attend church. That's where I started Bible study,
Okay.
Then during the services, see people speaking in tongue. They call it speaking in tongue. So they come out with some blah, 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 blah. I don't know what they're talking,
Right,
But one of my close friends was able to do that. Then I see that, how come maybe I'm not sincere or what?
Okay. Okay.
So I cannot speak in tongue. I never asked, but he after we finished the service, he used to sit with the so-called inner group of people from the church.
Okay.
That's why I can see how come he can speak in tongue and all that.
Yeah.
So every time when they ask me whether I'm ready for the baptism, I
Yeah.
always tell them I'm ready, but whenever they call for people to go up, something like stopping me from going. So I every time end up not going for the baptism.
Yeah.
So I actually just attended the Bible studies.
Okay.
Then I went to the army.
Oh. Okay.
So when
for
I
2
was-
years,
Yeah, I was in the
Obviously.
army, and then somehow rather I had an injury, so I was not told to go for what they call temporary downgraded. So the S1 is the manpower officer,
Okay.
asked me to become his admin NCO.
Okay. Alright.
So I shifted from the Charlie company line to join the HQ people.
Okay.
It was there that I met this group of Malay Muslims.
Oh, okay.
So they were very pious in a sense to me. At that time I don't know what was going on.
Oh, okay.
So every time I see them, they will be saying to each other at that time I don't know how to pronounce the word.
Okay.
Assalamualaikum.
Okay.
So just to say this word, it took me about 2 weeks to learn how to pronounce this word. So I couldn't speak a word of Malay at that time.
Okay.
So that's where I try to see. Then I see there's a sergeant there, Amir. His name is Amir Muhammad.
Okay.
So they arrange their cupboard in such a way that there's only one cupboard empty, so that they can go in and then they go behind the cupboards where they have a big carpet.
Okay.
Every lunchtime they will come back from lunch, they will take a bath,
Okay.
then they will change to their sarung and the shirt that is always hanging there,
Okay.
and then they put some kind of perfume. At the time I don't know what was it.
Okay,
So
okay.
they just so that all will go at the back, and then the sergeant will stand in front, and the rest of them follow at the back. So I try to copy what they're doing, and then I feel like it's very natural.
Okay.
So after 2 weeks I stayed with them, then I plucked out the courage to ask them what is your religion about and all that. So in fact most of them couldn't give me an answer.
Oh.
They say that I know how to do my thing, but I cannot explain. So they will
Okay.
say that better not anyhow tell you it, tell you the wrong thing.
Alright.
So the sergeant came to know about it. Then he said, if you're interested, I go back, I will talk to my father. Then I come back and I'll tell you. So the weekend he booked out. Then when we came back, then he told me father invited me to the house.
Oh, okay.
So I actually booked out that following weekend and I went to the house. So the father actually in a way interview me. Why you want to say. Actually I look at how you all practice the religion. It was very natural kind of thing to me.
Okay.
So I just want to find out more. Then the father said, okay, in that case, tomorrow is Sunday. You free to come? I bring you to Darwakam,
Oh,
the
alright.
Muslim Converts Association.
Okay.
So I went down that time. It was still in Pinggek Avenue.
Pingate Avenue. Oh, it's not in Wisma Geylang. Okay.
So I went there. Then they got me a copy of the Quran translation in English.
Okay.
So after that, a bit of clearing out of the misconception about the religion and all that.
Alright. Yeah.
So I
Okay.
went back, took out the Quran and I started to read.
Reading. Yeah.
And I see that, how come the thing and the names of the prophets and everything is like what I learned in Bible study, from the Bible.
Okay.
So you have Abraham,